In 1346, at the Battle of Crécy, King Edward III walked the field of slaughter. He pointed. He counted. One by one, the dead were tallied. It was a tragedy of individuals. 7 centuries later, the king is gone. The field is gone. Today, we do not count bodies. We count echoes. We count the inheritance claims filed in a courthouse in Moscow. We count the heat signatures of fresh clay in a cemetery in Krasnodar. We count the sudden silence of a mobile phone in the Donbass. This is the National Probate Registry, a database of the dead. To the untrained eye, it is a boring list of assets left behind. Grandmothers leaving apartments, fathers leaving debts. But in 2022, the algorithm changed. Analysts call it excess mortality. By tracking the inheritance cases of men aged 20 to 49, we established a baseline. Then we watched the anomaly grow. But the registry is not a perfect mirror. Not every soldier leaves a will. We needed a key to unlock the code. We found the coefficient. Research by Mediazona and the BBC revealed that only 60% of soldiers appear in this system. So we multiply. We apply the coefficient of 1.6, and the number that emerges is not the 6,000 claimed by the ministry. By early 2024, the silent ledger showed over 75,000 confirmed deaths. And that was just the beginning. You can hide a document, you can burn a report, but you cannot hide the earth itself. When a grave is dug, the soil structure changes. It becomes aerated. It holds moisture. To an infrared sensor orbiting 400 kilometers above, a fresh grave doesn't look like dirt. It looks like a wound. This is necrography, the mapping of death. In the Bakanskaya Cemetery, the Wagner Group's burial ground expanded 7-fold in 3 months. We watched it happen in near real time. We counted the rows. We measured the density. Ground-penetrating radar confirmed what the satellites saw. The occupied plots outnumbered the headstones. While the graveyards grew, the economy grew with them. Or so the data claimed. Economists use nighttime lights as a proxy for GDP. Light is usually money. But in a necroeconomy, light is violence. This is zombie economics. The state pays death gratuities, millions of rubles for a life. Families buy cars, they pay debts, the GDP rises. But it is a ghost GDP. It is an economy feeding on its own future, a system that requires a steady supply of bodies to keep the lights on. People leave traces before they leave their homes. Using the gravity model of migration, researchers track the digital footprints of 5.3 million people. Facebook activity drops in Kharkiv. It spikes in Krakow. The social media API became a radar for displacement. But for those who stayed, the future is shrinking. Demographers call it the echo of war. Russia was already facing a demographic abyss. The generation born in the chaos of the 1990s was small. Now, that small generation is being decimated. The scissor effect is complete. Plummeting fertility, skyrocketing mortality. By 2025, the data suggests a point of no return. The census has been delayed, the numbers classified. The state is trying to hide the vanishing, but the math does not lie. Stalin was wrong. The death of millions is not just a statistic. It is a bill, and sooner or later, the ledger must balance.